Well, my name is Noah Taylor, and I am a student at Cedarville University. And of course, I'm enrolled with many of you in the Biblical Care and Counseling class as a part of the Master of Ministry program. And I just want to say from the beginning how much that I enjoyed the course and the class. I currently serve as a pastor in Irwin, Tennessee, and as a part of my pastoral ministry, oftentimes I'm tasked with um, offering some type of counseling in various situations. Sometimes it's premarital type counseling. Sometimes it's people that are struggling with different things in their life and different sins. Sometimes it may be somebody who's already married who's having marital problems. And so I was excited about the class and the opportunity to take the course and just to kind of address one aspect of the course that really did stand out to me and kind of helped me to understand what counseling really is from a biblical standpoint. Is the idea that counseling doesn't just happen necessarily in an office. It doesn't necessarily just happen with people who are professional and certified counselors. Really, from a biblical standpoint, as a part of the Great Commission, one of the things that we do is teaching people to observe all things whatsoever the Lord commanded us. And so, part of our commission as Christians is to teach other people the truths of the Bible, and that's really what counseling is. And the portion of the class, through all the resources that kind of was consistent, was the fact that counseling can happen at the dinner table. It can happen in the car, driving down the road. It can happen really anywhere. And so it's not delegated so much to just professional type services, although there is a need for that. Another aspect that I thought was interesting and never had really considered was the contrast between Christian counseling and biblical counseling and the differences that are there, and then also the similarities that are there. Uh, and then coming out of that, I was able to see and view and understand really the essential role and nature that biblical counseling plays, and why it's important that the Bible should serve as the foundation of rule and practice in counseling. And even as a pastor, I've been guilty, I think, at times of counseling people with practical answers, with practical information, but sometimes it's not always been anchored in Scripture. And so I think the course has helped me to view counseling from that vantage point, to make sure that we run anything that we would say or teach, or maybe any answer that we would provide, run that through the filter of uh, the Bible. And just to kind of summarize my essay, I tried to make sure that in the essay that I covered the main learning outcomes of what we did, the primary learning outcomes, and then also how it would apply to my personal ministry. I share in the essay a couple of ministry roles that I play right now. One is a pastor, which I mentioned. The other is that I'm the chairman of the board for a ministry called Family Ministries, which cares for um, hurting people of all ages, all the way from birth through crisis pregnancy centers, all the way up through elder care and assisted living facilities. And a big portion of what we do is care for children who have been abused, abandoned, or neglected. And within that, we build in some counseling services with certified counselors. But this course has helped me to kind of understand, as a ministry, how should we approach that. I shared with that in the essay. And then also, I just gave a brief practical definition of what counseling is. Of course, you could say so much more, but just kind of shared briefly what I learned in the course. And so I look forward to reading some of your essays and viewing some of your videos. And again, just want to say how much I enjoyed and how much I feel the class has helped me as a minister and prepare me for a lifetime of ministry. Thanks so much.